this is Crystal with Hattis Hierophant. I am your tarot reader and I hope you are doing well, my love. Welcome to your general reading for August 2020. And the center of your reading, Virgo, is that of the Three of Wands. So right away, first of all, it's a minor arcana, so it makes me feel like it's going to be something kind of short-lived. Right away, I see some of us are actually traveling. Some of us are traveling to another country. Some of us are like going on like a trip to another state, and I feel like it's an area that you've never been before. It's going to be something that you are going to be able to. It's going to be like an adventure for you. Okay, some of us are actually going to meet someone while we're out traveling, and I know that sounds like so unheard of during these times that we're in, but some of you Virgos are going to be traveling. And I feel like that some of us that, so it doesn't feel like work. I just see you getting in your car. So for those of you who are staying relatively local, so whatever it is that you're like going to this new place, like this new venue, there's something to where you've never been there before, and you're going to bump into your person, or you're going to bump into that person to where it's going to spark something. And it won't spark it right away. It will. It's going to spark it in a way to where you're both going to be like, hey, right? But it won't build up until a few months after, which in true Virgo style, because I mean, let's face it, you don't move quickly in love, right? You move quickly in after you nitpick certain things, like, their thumbs are not the right size, like stuff like that. I'm kidding, Virgo. I'm joking. Let's move on. All right, so let's go to your moon energy. This is where you resonate. This is where spirit is working in your favor, etc., etc., etc. And you have that of the star energy. Love that for you. The tower energy, along with the sun. So if I were to read those cards as a story, the story is all your hopes and dreams where you've been manifesting and resonating, right? Those pictures in your head that you've been putting on how you want your life to look, how you want that man to look, how you want that woman to look, how you want that job to look, how you want your relationships to look, how you want your career to look, like whatever you have been manifesting, Spirit's like, okay, so in order for me to do that for you, I have to have a breakdown. Like there's something that has to be no more for this new job, for that new man, for that new woman, for this new career, right? So that you can have that. So you can have that baby, so you can have that family, so you can have that money, so you can have that man, so you can have that woman, so you can have that promise. And those are three major arcanas. Like, look, Virgo, we've been talking about this all year. Like, there's already change that's been happening for you all year long, and it's quite interesting to me because you have a sister sign to where it's been all about that energy, right, all year long. But seriously, I don't know if somehow you've kind of got a scoop of that energy because it's a sister sign. You're like, let me borrow that skirt for a minute. But it has been working for you too, to where it's just been reshaping your whole world, and it's going to affect your whole world for a long time to come. All right, so before we start choosing some other cards, let's talk about your ego energy. This is your sun energy. This is where you show up in the world. And I have that of the Five of Cups, along with the Magician, and along with the Fool. This is very similar energy to another sister sign of yours, which, I mean, there is a relationship there, so it does make sense. So I feel like a lot of you earth signs, especially, all of you have been called to kind of show up when typically, earth signs are in the background doing that background work, which is very needed because you're typically the foundation, right? But now it's almost like you're the sandstorm to shake stuff up. And I can see it. Like this energy of, oh well, humdrum. I guess it'll do. All right, I'll take it. It's all right. It's not exactly what I want, but it'll do for now. Well, Virgo of mine, no more. Because now there is, you know, I think that phrase of new start, new beginning, I think that's so predictable. And I don't feel that predictable energy for you. I feel like it's more unpredictable. And it's not so much a newness, it's so much like, finally. That's how it feels. It feels like, finally, I'm here. And it's, you've gotten here because you've learned to live a little bit lighter. Does that make sense? And I mean that physically, I mean that emotionally. Like, you've just learned to live a little bit lighter. And because of that, you've been able to utilize those gifts that you've always had in this here bag. You have the sword, you have the wand, you have the cup, you have the sword, the pentacle. You guys know me by now. And that energy is so beautiful because this is almost like, I won. I got it. I get it. Yes. Like, that's what I keep feeling for you. And for it to show up in your ego energy, we can expect to actually see these things happen for you. Obviously, we have the tower energy in your moon along with the star. Like, we have all these major arcanas that's happening in your moon energy. Like, Spirit's like, you know what? Let's give Virgo a big pow for fun. Let's give him a big wow. Okay. Immediate present. I'm shuffling for no reason. Focus. In your immediate present, you have that of the King of Pentacles. And you also have that of the Five of Wands. Now listen. That King of Pentacles, that energy is that of, that king got there because he'd been bankrupt before. He's been brokenhearted before. You know, he's had bad health before. Like, he's learned his lessons the hard way. And the reason he's on this throne, and he's drenched in jewels, and, you know, he has on a fur coat, and he's sitting on his throne with his real estate in the background, right? Is because he's learned his lessons, and now he uses those lessons to help him live a better life, eat healthier, spend his money better. So I feel like that you're in this point, in this stage of your life, Virgo, to where you can take these hard knocks and you can start, and I see clay, like I see these hard knocks, like you're maneuvering them like clay. And really, if you think about it, in order for you to move that clay, Virgo, you got to add some heat to it to make it get soft and pliable. And that's what's been happening for you. The heat has been on. The heat has been on for you to be molded, because you're being molded into something else. I just got the chills. That's 100. Okay, so with that being said, so you have this tower here in your moon energy, and this is the most uncomfortable feeling, right? It is a 5, and 5s are that. It's that uncomfortable change, because in order for complacency to end, in order for that newness to begin, there has to be, I see roots literally being pulled out of your garden, Virgo. Not roots, like weeds, right? Those things that just grew out of control. They're being plucked out. Don't try to replant them. Okay? That was right from Spirit. Don't try to replant them. Let them be plucked and let them be put in the trash and gone away, right? And you're going to get and that's what this 5 of Wands is. You're going to get a little bit of, listen, I love plants. I love gardening. And weeds are like the worst as a gardener, because one minute your garden is looking beautiful and the next minute there's this weed like 5 feet tall. You go to pull it, right? And then you see 10 more. It's annoying, right? It takes away from the beauty of the garden. That's what this is. only let it just be a nuisance. Don't let it take away the beauty from your garden, Virgo. It's just a weed. All right, so let's expand here, because this is very exciting. This is very, very exciting. Okay. Can't even show the cards. Sorry. Virgo, you would show up to your own reading. You would. You're the first sign so far that has showed up to your own reading. All right, so I expanded on that star energy, which is also Aquarian energy, which, let's get a little bit deeper. We are slowly approaching Aquarius season come 2021. And why are we talking about that right now? Because that Aquarius energy is the rebel. That Aquarius energy is innovation. That Aquarian energy is for all, not just for me, but for all. And there's something that is happening there in that moon energy for you, to where you're going to be a rebel, and it's going to be for all. And it's very expansive. Which is probably why we have that Tower energy there too, because Virgo, it's like you about to show up and show out. So then I have this Hermit along with this Ten of Wands, and I think this has showed up just about to every reading. So I can tell, and also this Hermit energy too, and that's all about self-reflection. That's all about even seeking those teachers or seeking those people whom we respect in the field in which we choose to work. Some of you, that message is specifically for you, especially those of you who are in education. Why I hear professor. Some of you want to go back to school. Some of you, there's something with schooling and educating yourself that's going to be really important. And I feel like that you need to talk to someone whom you respect in that field and get some insight and some information. If you don't, it's just going to be a little bit more challenging for you. And if you can make it easier for yourself, Virgo, why not? Don't be afraid. I hear that you're almost a little shy to say anything. You're almost like, no, they're not going to. They're going to enjoy. They're going to be pleasantly surprised. Because Virgo, this is something you don't realize. This is something you don't realize. I see people have a huge amount of respect for you. They have a huge amount of respect for your work ethics. They have a huge amount of respect for your ideas. They have a huge amount of respect for your integrity. So by the time you come to them to say, hey, what do you think? They're like, you want my opinion? Like, I think you're the greatest thing ever, and you want my 2 cents? And this whole time you're thinking like you're not the bee's knees, right? So they're going to be very flattered. So don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful partnership, and you're going to get information that won't make that so burdenous for you, okay? And let's just be clear, right? I don't want you to take burden. I don't want that to be a trigger for you, right? I don't want that to be a stressful term for you, because look at the shoulders on that man. They're broad. Does it look like he's struggling? No. I felt like I had to say that. So now I expand on this Sun energy. Virgo. So I have that of the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Cups. Yep. So remember how we were just talking about getting information from those people we respect, that's been in that genre, right? Because some of you Virgos are awfully creative. I see some of you writing, some of you are writing poetry, some of you sing, some of you are in gaming, some of you are educators. It's just like across the board. Back to this. So whomever that you are going to for information, if it starts to get gossipy, it's not the right person. That's how you're going to be able to decipher, because some of you have a couple of people that you're going to choose from as far as, as far as you doing your research. And if it starts to get gossipy, right? If it starts to feel a little gossipy, then you know that that is not the person whom you need to get your information from. And listen, Virgo, I'm also hearing like we do not have to, it doesn't have to be perfectly lined up. As a matter of fact, it's not going to be perfectly lined up. So either if you're going back to school, the classes won't be the times that you necessarily want. They won't be in the areas that that you necessarily are close to. If you're a singer, there's going to be songs picked for you that you normally wouldn't sing. It's not going to be a straight line. And that's okay, as long as it doesn't bend you too much away from who you are and what you want to do. That's where I'm feeling like we should start. And I expanded on that tower energy. And that tower energy is that big transitional boom that's happening in spirit. And I have that of the Four of Cups along with the Emperor. So I'm thinking the next month or so. Yep. And the reason why typically when I get this energy is timetable. And since both of these are fours, that's a solid like 4 months. So in the next 4 months, we can expect something that's just going to change your world. Some of us, I feel like there's going to be a new baby. Some of us, I feel like there's going to be a new family member, an adoption. Like I feel babies. I feel not necessarily babies, but like a young spirit, a young energy that's going to be introduced into your family. So I definitely feel that. Some of you Virgo men are going to be daddies. Interesting. I don't know. Just call it how I see it. All right, so I also picked up on some Aries energy there as well. That's another major arcana. I'm also feeling from those fours is that for some of you Virgos that haven't been feeling like you've been getting stability, Spirit is working in your favor for that stability that you've been wanting. And I feel like that you've been wanting stability from a relationship point of view. So whether you've been wanting, and I don't always mean necessarily intimate. Sometimes it's just a relationship with another person, friendship, family-wise. But I do feel like it is like a father-like figure that we're looking for some stability. Like you want a better relationship with your father. You want a better relationship with your husband. You want a better relationship with your brother. And I do feel it is sex-oriented. I don't feel like it's energy-oriented like I normally do. It does feel sex-oriented, like it is this energy towards a man. I do feel that we... you're looking for stability there, whatever that means to you, Virgo. Okay, so now let's expand on your sun energy. Sorry, Virgo. I am seeing baby. I am seeing baby, baby, baby. Okay. So we are now in your sun energy, okay? And I expanded on that Five of Cups. And remember how we're just like, you've been dealing with the humdrum, you've been accepting of the humdrum, right? And the reason we don't have to deal with it anymore, right? The High Priestess is showing up in your ego energy. She's not showing up in your moon energy. So she's like, you know what? We've already been doing the work there. Okay, we've been doing work there all year long. Now we're about to push this stuff forward in your ego energy. It's about to show up now. So whatever it is that you've been passionate about, and this works both ways, just so we're clear, Virgo. If you've been passionately, and I'm not trying to trigger anyone, but I just want you to be clear on how important it is on where you resonate your energy. But if you've been passionately trying to seek revenge on someone, right? Then that's where the High Priestess is going to take you, right? But is that really going to bring you joy? What's going to bring you joy? Resonate your energy there, because the High Priestess is like listening. What is it that you want? Because I expanded on this Fool energy, and that Fool energy is a new start, right? It's every time I say new start, like Spirit snatches it right out of my mouth. They're like, nope, that's it. It's not a new start. It's it just feels so meant to be. It just feels like finally, like a relief. Like finally this is happening. Finally I'm here. And it's in your ego energy. I know you've been waiting for this. Okay, So then I got that of the Eight of Wands along with the King of Swords. And you know what I like about this energy, and something that you can appreciate too, Virgo, is he's straight to the point. He's not like the Queen of Swords to where she doesn't have any tactfulness. He's a bit more tactful, but he's gonna come to you with truth, honesty, and tell you like it is, right? And what to expect. He's not gonna come to you with some frou-frou kind of, unrealistic vision. You're about to get some realness here. And it's going to come to you quickly. And really, I see, Virgo, like you have to give me some feedback here, because I'm feeling like that we've been getting these like emails. We've been getting like these communications. We've been getting like, we've been getting information to where we've been reaching out to Virgo. And either finally, all these correspondences back and forth are finally to where, this is also energy of attorney, accountant. So I don't know if we're finally in those stages, because it's showing up in your ego energy to where we can start signing contracts. We can start making, solidifying relationships, solidifying business opportunities, solidifying our LLC. I'm finally going back to school. I've gotten approved for, for my doctorate or whatever. Like I feel like there's finally something that is being communicated to you. Okay, so now I expand on that Magician energy. We have that of Two of Wands, and I love this energy. Well, let's complete this, right? So we have that Two of Wands along with that Chariot. We have twos here, we have twos here. And where else did we have a two? We have the Two of Cups in your moon energy, and this is showing up in your sun energy. So this is showing me partnerships are going to be something that's going to be discussed for you, Virgo. In addition to that, I feel like that it is a go. I feel like that it is a yes. And you are going to intuitively feel if it's right. It's just not because you heard it here at Hattis Hierophant. It's because the High Priestess is there helping you with your intuition, right? And it is going to feel right to make you want to move forward. You see, because by the time you're here with the Two of Wands, you are looking at your world, how it affects you, right? I'm moving forward because this is for me. I'm moving forward because this is for me. I put the work in. And that's also Cancerian energy there as well. So I don't know if perhaps there's a Cancer that is involved in this partnership, or even like that energy of Cancer, which is more of a maternal type energy too. And I felt some of that in the moon energy with the Emperor. And then once I expanded on that, we have the Four of Pentacles. That's that stability. We have another four. And come on, if he's holding on to everything pentacle, and pentacles are everything that are tangible, that's your health, that's your money, that's job, that's career, that's business, that's school, right? You're looking for a bit more stability. Well, I saw it already in your moon energy, and it's showing up in your ego energy. Bravo. Okay. Now let's expand on your immediate present. Oh my gosh, I'm loving all this energy. I'm loving it. Yeah. I expand on that King of Pentacles, and I have that of the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So, for those of us who are doing some of us are on stage. I can't get past that. And this is in your immediate present. I can't get past that. Some of us are on stage. Some of us are like, you're on a public, platform. So I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or if you have a podcast, but I feel like it's you on a mic. It's you as the singular speaking or singing to the masses. And that they love you, Virgo. That's the 10 of Cups. That's the ultimate like love card, support card, family card, right? That's that energy of, especially these two together, we love you, Virgo. And that's what the King of Pentacles. You've been through it. Now you know how to work it in your favor. Let me tell you about it through my song, through my poetry, right? I'm going back to school because, you know, I'm a single parent and I'm gonna get my doctorate, like whatever it is. Your hard knocks have brought you here to get you there. This is why you're so respected, Virgo. And then when I expand on that 5 of Pentacles, we have that of the Page of Pentacles along with the Strength energy. And this page, especially because it's that with the 5 of Wands, we already talked about that Tower energy is gonna cause these weeds, right? That we're not gonna let mess up our beautiful garden. And this is that of re-educating ourselves, right? Because remember, we were just talking about, like, if this offer comes and it's not exactly the package that you initially wanted it, right? You might have to re-educate yourself on that version of it. And with that comes the strength to be okay with that, right? To be okay that it's not working out exactly how you envisioned it, Virgo. I expanded on that 3 of Pentacles when we have the Death card, right? So Spirit's already saying, like, I know it's not working out how you thought it was going to work out. I know it's not looking how you thought it was going to look. Ding dong did it. Who cares? Because one thing I've noticed, Virgo, about Spirit, no matter what I envision up here, and I'm telling you, I go grand. I have learned through manifesting to go grand, right? No matter how grand I go here, Spirit goes grander, right? So follow this lead, ding dong dead, these ideas that you have of greatness, and let Spirit go ahead and put you in that chariot. Let Spirit lead these for you. It's going to be grander than what you thought, right? So we emotionally have to walk away from, and Virgo, this is important because I get the feeling that when you're in that energy of this is how I wanted it, this is how it needs to be, this is how it should be, then you almost get stuck in that, right? To where you even let it affect you emotionally. You almost feel like the world is against you. Like, no, that's not what I said. That's not how I envisioned it, right? Spirit says, ding dong did it. Move away from that feeling emotionally that it has to be a certain kind of way, right? Because once your emotions are attached to something that is what you believe is your truth and how it's supposed to be, it's hard to let go of it. And if you holding on to something, if you holding on to those doggone weeds that you think are so doggone pretty with the roses, guess what's going to happen? They're going to choke out your roses. And if you just let that stuff go, baby, this is the ending of your reading. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that hand from Spirit, from God. All things tangible. That's career, that's work, that's school, that's money, that's health. Another beautiful reading. Bravo, Virgo. All right, my love, I am going to pick your angel card for August, and it is that of faith. I love that for you. Very important, because I feel like that we do have to have faith. right? We have to have faith to ding dong dead this way of how we thought it's supposed to look, how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to turn out. Walk away from it emotionally. Let's not hang on to that weed, right? So we can get those blessings that Spirit has been working on all year long for you. All right, Virgo, that is all I have. I hope that resonated with you. Have a beautiful August, and I absolutely adore you.